Did you know that the pastry chef who first invented cream puffs gave them the funny nickname choux, which means cabbage? That's because when they're baked, they're hollow inside. Today I'm sharing a super simple and quick cream puff recipe that's perfect for absolute beginners. Don't worry, I'll guide you step by step, and I'm confident you'll be successful. Let's get started with our recipe. Prepare 35 grams of unsalted butter at room temperature, nice and soft. Add 40 grams of sugar and mix until well combined. Then add 40 grams of all-purpose flour and mix thoroughly until it forms a ball. Now, grab a plastic bag, cut it open along the sides, and roll out your dough in between the layers until it's about 2 to 3 millimeters thick. Flatten it out as evenly as you can, then toss it in the freezer for 15 minutes to firm up. Once chilled, use a cup about 5 centimeters in diameter to stamp out circles from the dough. Work quickly so it doesn't melt. If it starts softening, just pop it back in the freezer for a few minutes. Separate the cutout circles, lay them on some plastic wrap, and keep them frozen for later. Next, let's get the eggs ready. 3 eggs at room temperature, beaten. And yes, they have to be at room temp. No cold eggs from the fridge. Now, we move on to the dough. In a stainless steel pot, add 60 grams of unsalted butter, 65 grams of milk, 65 grams of water, and 2 grams of salt. Heat it all up until the butter melts completely, then turn off the heat. Now quickly add 65 grams of all-purpose flour and stir it like your life depends on it. You want everything fully combined. Once mixed, turn the heat back onto low and stir continuously for 1 minute. This helps cook off any raw flour taste. Transfer the dough to a large bowl and spread it out to cool slightly until it's just warm, not hot. Now, pour in your beaten egg mixture in 4 separate batches. After each addition, stir thoroughly to combine. You want to keep checking the texture. The ideal batter should form a little upside-down V shape when you lift your spatula. That's your golden signal. Once the choux dough is ready, scoop it into a piping bag. Line your baking tray with parchment paper. Grab a 5 centimeter wide cup. Place it on the tray and dust some flour around it to make a guide circle. This helps you pipe consistently sized puffs. When piping, keep steady pressure and take your time, no rush. After that, place one of your frozen Craquelin discs right on top of each puff. It's like giving them tiny hats. Now preheat your oven to 170 degrees Celsius and bake them for 25 minutes. If you're enjoying this, hit like and subscribe. Help this channel rise like a cream puff. Once they're done, take them out and slice one open. Look at that hollow center. Absolutely perfect. All right, time to make the custard filling. In a bowl, add 2 egg yolks and 35 grams of sugar and whisk until the color lightens. Then add 10 grams of cornstarch and whisk again. Pour in 200 grams of milk and a small spoonful of vanilla extract. Stir well and pour everything into a pot. Heat it up while stirring constantly. When you start seeing big bubbles rise to the surface, turn off the heat. Pour the hot custard into a bowl, cover it with plastic wrap, and pop it in the freezer for 15 minutes to cool quickly. Now, whip up 200 grams of heavy cream with 20 grams of sugar using an electric mixer. Whip until it's thick and fluffy. Mix it together with the chilled custard and boom. You've got yourself a rich, creamy filling. Poke a little hole in the bottom of each cream puff shell and pipe in the filling. Then chill the filled puffs in the fridge for 2 to 3 hours. Trust me, they'll taste even better after resting. And that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Probably still eating cream puffs.